And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. It's Psychic Talk, and we are live once again with an impromptu show. Especially my co-host here. Like, we're not normally here on a Sunday. We'll talk all about that in a minute. For those that don't know, I'm Dax, and I've been president of the Tarot Guild for coming up on 20 years now, and broadcasting live and podcasting and now YouTubing for 14 years. And with me today, we got Michelle Metheny. Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Lifetime
Deb.
member at the Tarot Guild. How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Oh, really good. This is exciting. And
I am excited to be here today.
yeah, what's super exciting
Again.
is we have Pamela with us. Pamela is having a blizzard and had no internet till like 5 minutes before the show, and but made it on. She was going to call in, the old fashioned way with the telephone. But I'm so glad you made it on camera, Pamela. Pamela Steele, folks, certified tarot master. She's on our board of directors, and she is a famous artist, tarot deck creator, oracle deck creator, author, teacher. Oh God, I'm gonna stop right there because I'll go on for an hour. Anyway, Pam. Oh, and I love how you did your background with the back of your deck. That's what the back of the deck looks like. The dragons. Oh my God. So when I first met Pam, which like I don't know how long ago that was, but 10 years, I don't know, maybe longer. Anyway, but and you sent me your very first edition of the Steel Wizard Tarot. And of course, I was ecstatic because I like anything dragons. I was born in the year of the dragon, 1964. And so, wow, I mean, my first ever tarot deck was the Dragon Tarot. There's actually like, I think maybe three different Dragon Tarots now, but back then there was just this one Dragon Tarot, and a friend knew I was getting into tarot and knew it was my birthday and gifted me my very first deck, the Dragon Tarot, which, by the way, I never read much with. I promptly ran out. I was studying the books. Back then we didn't have the internet, right? So like I'm studying books and reading and anything I could find, the old fashioned text forums, and um studying in coffee houses, and people would see me studying and they would come over, can you do a reading for me? And I was like, oh, cool. That was not even the plan. I was just learning how to do it. And I'm like, well, I don't know if you want a reading from me, but I'll do it, right? So that's how it all got started and everything. But all the books I was reading, everything had Waite Smith decks pictures in it, so I promptly ran out and got a Rider Waite Smith deck from US Games, and that's the deck I actually read with. Yeah. So here we are. There's no Sunday show today because Magic Universe is on hiatus. That's right. Sharona. I don't know if she's in the chat room. She's going to kill me. Sharona Rapsik, our host of Magic Universe, she is on winter break. So hopefully she's returning. I don't know. She said winter break. So spring. I mean, that's what you would assume, right? So we're aiming for spring. Hopefully she'll be back. Maria Moss's show, The Angelic View, is the first and third Sundays. So next Sunday she'll be on, and I'll be guest co-hosting, by the way, with her. But there was no show schedule for today. So Michelle and I had so much fun yesterday. We were like, let's do it again. And then Pamela's like, I want to go. I'll be there. Yes. So here we all are to take more phone calls from you. 714-816-4628. I finally got the scroll working again on the bottom of my screen here with the phone number. Yesterday, people were like, what's the phone number again? And I'm like, well, it's on the, oh, my scroll's not working. Okay, I have to fix that. Anyway, so as soon as you get through on the phone lines, hit one on your dial pad. That'll let us know you want to be live on air. 714-816-4628. We have some callers coming in right now, ladies. And we're going to jump over to the chat. Let's see. Charlotte's in there. Hi, Charlotte. Another one of our lifetime members of the Tarot Guild. And Aloha Jay just popped in. Oh, and Jay was on the show yesterday. He's from that, just like Pamela, that far off foreign land, Kenyatta, way up north. Doesn't Kenyatta sound so much nicer and more mystical than Canada? Oh, Canada. Anyway, Jay called international, yeah, from Canada and promised to buy us a cup of coffee, which he just did. He just told us in the chat. And if you want to call back in, Charlotte, Jay, go ahead and call in. Yeah. So we also take questions from the chat room. The chat is located on our YouTube Live because we are simulcasting on YouTube. We are live video streaming, and then we are doing audio radio on Blog Talk Radio through the Psychic Talk network there. So we're simulcasting on both. And that's how we get the phone lines from Blog Talk, and we have it all merged in together, all this technical stuff behind the scenes. Oh, man. It's a lot of work. But it's cool because we're the only ones doing it. I absolutely love it. Yes. So join us on the YouTube Live. By the way, our channel, if you're looking for it and you can't find tarot, it actually should still take you there. But if you can't find tarot today, it's because we've rebranded. Yeah, back to Psychic Talk because all the shows are going video for 2024. So it's youtube.com/the @Psychic Talk. That'll take you right to our channel. Or if you're on YouTube, you can search Psychic Talk Network, Psychic Talk. I don't know. It should come up, And then as soon as you go to our page, you'll see a live, banner there. Click on that live and get in the chat with us. So you can type in there your questions. Shalagia Roy, what? Shlagya. Yeah, we're just going to call that person Roy. So Roy just popped in. I have a question, and perfect timing, Roy, because I was just going to explain. If you got a question, just put it in the chat, one or two lines, very specific, and we'll pull cards on it. If you want just a message from the universe, go ahead and say, hey, please pull a card for me. And there's no list, nothing to sign up for. Just go ahead and pop it in there. Now, that said, we do have something new for 2024, and you should see it coming up on the scroll right now. Grab us a cup of coffee, www.psychic.cafe/coffee. That's our tip jar. That's where you can go over and buy us a cup of coffee. Psychic.cafe/coffee. That's our new website, folks, our new community for the Tarot Guild and Psychic Talk. So if you go over there and buy us a cup of coffee and you're called in, there's no waiting for you. That's right. Also, if you're one of our lifetime members or a member of the guild, same applies to you. But for our guest listeners out there and viewers, all you have to do is go over to psychic.cafe/coffee, buy us a cup of coffee. Let us know in the chat on YouTube, hey, I bought your cup of coffee. My area code is, 372 or, whatever. And we'll bring you right on. No waiting. That's right. Yes. And we've only just started this, I think we have yet to have our first one. Jay bought us a cup of coffee, but he already got his reading, but Jay, hey, if you want to call in, you're first up. Let me know your area code because he did do that, really, really cool. So before we get into some phone calls and some questions in the chat and everything, what's going on with everybody? So I got to talk with you, Michelle, a lot yesterday, but Pamela, what have you been up to?
Staying warm.
Yeah, you're in a blizzard. Tell us about that.
It's a lot of snow. You can only see about half a block. They had a mass province-wide warning out last night that they were expecting the power grid to go down. So please shut off anything you don't need.
Mm,
And really, we already had everything shut off anyway because we know how this goes.
yeah.
And yeah, but then this morning I still didn't have internet. It shut out last night at 7. It had been on, I guess, from about noon yesterday. So, and then it went away again.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's winter. It's Alberta. If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. It will
Wait 10
change.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's always that
And
way in Tucson.
oh
Like
yeah.
we very rarely get snow or anything, even though we're down into the 20s, but we get the flurries every once in a
Yep.
great while. It doesn't lay. And then once every few years, it'll lay. And it's like a winter wonderland, and we have snow on cactuses, and it's
Yes.
hilarious to see. It's like we're the middle of the desert and we got snow.
Yeah, it's beautiful though. And
Yeah.
and the thing and I really what I'm going to be doing today is working up a banner for this psychic cafe
Mm-hmm.
site that we got going here.
You're doing a new
Um
group on the site.
yeah, I'm going to start one on runes because there seems to be a
Runes.
lot of interest. Yes. And go from there. Probably get one going for the decks that I have too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I have a lot of questions from, why did you do this? Because I can. Um, so yeah, but today was runic day for the psychic cafe. If as long as nothing horrible happens, I'll do that today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I think we should have at least for all the major ones, like maybe a Chiro Marchetti fan club group with all his
Yeah.
decks,
Hmm.
and then we've got the third edition of the Steel Wizard Tarot right here. Love this box. Oh my god. It's great because, like, I mean, you're making my background for me, Pamela.
There we go. Yay.
I've got my stormtrooper from Star Wars head here. It's
Uh-huh.
actually a coffee cup, and I got Chiro's deck and your deck. I also have Bernadette King's the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. This is the coolest thing because it's like two decks in one. So you have
Yes.
the Oracle deck and you've got the Tarot deck, and you can do just the Tarot, or you can mix them all together and have a deck like that big, And oh man, it is just so cool. I'm gonna have to break that open and do a walkthrough again on that one.
Yeah.
But
Really.
yeah, I
Really
love
seems to
my
be
little
fun.
background up here, and we have the new logo, the new website, Psychic Cafe. Now we're only just building it. Okay, all the functionalities there. It's basically Facebook for everything psychic talk and tarot and numerology and astrology and runes shortly and everything and oracle decks, and we hope to have some animal communicators join us, psychic mediums, things like that. And you can join it now, but it's not completely built out. There's a lot of pages I have to build still. The most of the functionality works though. So you can join and you can use your social media accounts, or you can click when you go to psychic.cafe, and yes, it's not a .com, .net, .org, it's .cafe. So it's www.psychic.cafe. I cannot believe to this day that the universe wanted us to get that URL. I'm telling you. And I had checked for it because I used to own coffee shops, and so I was like, hey, let's do a psychic cafe. And I started looking for the URL, psychiccafe.com, psychic.cafe. They were all unavailable like 6 months, a year ago. And then I checked again just on a lark, and it was available in December. And I was like, oh, the universe wants us to have this, but it's like Facebook, only without all the negative stuff. So you can come and talk about your favorite topics and not be
Mhm.
distracted and everything like that. But it's got the same functionality. So you get your own profile and blog, and you can create groups, and you can message each other, instant messaging like we all do on Facebook Messenger. But also, if they're not online on the site and you send an instant message, it becomes a private message, and they'll get it the next time they come on there. You can friend each other, you can like their pages, you can like groups, you can like posts. We have posts, they call it the stream on our our platform, but it's like an activity feed. I think Facebook used to call it your wall, you know.
Mhm.
And so if you go to your profile or the community tab, community page, and you type in anything, it'll show up, all your posts will show up on your stream, just your posts on your profile. But then the community stream has everybody's posts. And there's a little button at the bottom you can click and it opens up and you get a menu there. You can put in a YouTube link. You can upload a picture. It even has functionality where it makes a background and you can choose the background, different colors and stuff like that, and put your message on it. It is so cool. It's replacing the community functionality of our Tarot Guild site, thetarotguild.com. And basically, um, the community functionality, it's the Tarot Guild site's built on a platform called Ning, and having a lot of technical problems in the background that you guys don't see, but like what you do see is that it's kind of dated, and it's it's not based on WordPress, so it's really difficult to make it do what you want it to do and things like that. Plus, it costs an arm and a leg, you know. So we're getting rid of that and we're moving all the community functionality to psychic.cafe, and it's an infinitely better system and just looks more modern and everything like that. So it's ready to join. If you want to come over and join us, please bear with me for a month or two as we, fully build it out. That's the main thing. What about you, Michelle? What's going on with you?
So with me, we I moved to a little town out of a bigger city because we were told it doesn't snow much here.
Mm-hmm.
We got so much snow, not as much as Miss Pamela,
Got her
but
jacket.
right. But we got a lot of snow. No, schools were shut down, buses weren't running. Um, so yeah, we had a lot of the same issues.
Mm. The funny thing is, it's a 5 day today, the 14th of January. 1 + 4 is 5. Also, if you add the entire date, January, so 1 and 14 and 2024, and we know the world year number is 8. Abundance,
Mhm.
abundance and
Yeah.
prosperity this year. And oh man, we are really feeling it. We were getting close to January, the end of December last year, and I was going, I can feel it already. The abundance is just flowing in. It is
Hmm.
so cool. But it's a 5 energy. The entire date reduces to a 5 and the day. And sometimes, that's a high energy number. I always, as an example, say it's akin to Mercury retrograde in astrology, So there's a lot of
Hmm.
energy. You can get a lot done. If you set the focus today, okay, every 5 day, which is the 5th of the month, the 14th of the month, the 23rd, anything that adds together and reduces to 5, you can get a lot accomplished on that day. But it has a tendency, if you don't watch out, it'll spiral down into chaos really quickly. And
Right.
so what's going on with the weather and the internet and stuff like that, going down and all, yeah, it's a
Hmm.
it's a 5 day. So I pulled
It
a
is.
I pulled a card of the day and a heart of the matter card. The card of the day I got is four of cups. And remember yesterday it was the 4 energy structure, right?
Hmm. Yep.
And then the heart of the matter card was the lover's card, card 6, which is success. And it's that return to harmony and balance after 5. I thought it was very interesting how I got, I think I laid them down this way. So you got
That way.
card 4, it's day 5 in the middle, and card 6 over here. So we have 4, 5, 6. It's like bookending. The cards are bookending
Yes.
the energy today, and it's kind of showing you the flow, everything and anything, all. It's hard to explain, but if you're like me, if you're a numerologist, you see everything in numbers, and also add in the tarot. If you're big into tarot, driving down the road, you see something going on, you look at that and you go, oh, that's the high priestess. You see tarot everywhere. And it's the same thing with numbers. Plus, we go through these cycles all the time, and we talk about the world year number cycle of 9 years. But then there's the daily cycle, and there's our personal year cycle, and everything goes through this 1 through 9, 1 through 9. But every process also goes through the same numerological sequence, starting with 1 and going through all the numbers. And so this right here with the 4 and the 6 and it being a 5-day, it's showing you the process. So yesterday we started out with, what foundations can you set up for, for success for you in 2024? And then 6 is the beginning of the success. It's the higher numbers. It's where you want to get to. It's, balance and harmony. But you have to go through the 5. And we talked about that yesterday. Remember, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
So this is perfect. It's showing you the sequence. So, you need the high energy of the 5 and maybe a little bit of the chaos there to move you after you've established your foundations from the 4 into the higher numbers, 6, 7, and 8. 7 is the seeker, and 8 is where you realize the abundance. It's double 4 energy. And then 9 is the ending, and that's when we look at what the progress has been, what we can let go of before the new cycle starts at 1. So that's what I got for the cards of the day. That's the numerology of the day. Did anybody else pull a card?
I did.
Oh, okay.
And I actually got the 6 of Swords. Oh, I have to come this way.
I see it. What deck's that from?
And this is also, I was showing a little bit ago. This is my
Tarot Dreams.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were just talking about that.
We were. And
We
I
need a Chiro
didn't
group.
even realize we do, because I have a couple of his decks. And then, we were talking about that just a few minutes ago, the 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I see this one is more about thoughts and how you've got thoughts that are controlling you today. So you have to really take control of your own thoughts and watch what you communicate and make sure that what you're communicating today is what you really want to communicate and not what you don't want to communicate. Because I know I've said things out of anger or before I've spoken it, I've thought it and went, oh, I should say that. And then I've said it and went, that is so not what I meant to say. So that's what this card for me is saying. Watch what you're saying today. Watch your communication.
Awesome.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Okay, go Pam.
Go Pam.
Well, for the overall card, I used the Eternal Seeker. And I got, okay, come on, be nice. You're going to piss me off.
There we go.
Ooh. We got the Traveler.
Traveler.
Which is
okay.
And if you look, I mean, it's focused on fire. All right. Fire is destructive and it's also creation. It's also rebirth. It's also so many things. And so we're right at that point where you're at a juxtaposition, a choice point where the fire's lit and it's burning for all it's worth. So how is it going to play out? Is it going to inspire your creativity, or is it going to turn everything else to ash? Okay. That's the basic for this. Now, yeah, I love this. And then I pulled a daily card from the, and I got, this is so stupid. I got the 5 of Pentacles. Of course I did. It's snowing. It's a 5. Why wouldn't I pull the 5 of Pentacles? But
that
this
is
tells
so
me
perfect. Oh my
isn't
God.
it? Isn't it just amazing? This basically embodies everything that we've been talking about for the last 6 or 8 minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there again, pay attention to what you are actively creating and going back on Michelle's. What are your thought process? How are you programming yourself? It's all there. And I love how all of our readings sync up all the time. You guys are amazing, I
Oh,
think.
wow. Katrina just popped in. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm geeking over the chat room here while you're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Seeing what questions are. Katrina just popped in.
Oh, and
Maria's
Maria.
here.
Maria's here.
It's not Maria Moss. It's the other Maria.
No, it's the other
Um,
Maria.
and then Schlagia Roy, which I cannot. I'm just butchering that name. You know, Roy. Roy had a question. My crush current. So like, I guess her crush's
She wants
current.
to know, or he wants to know, whatever her current feelings the crush has for them.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Katrina, happy Sunday to you too. Katrina says happy Sunday. So
Hi, Katrina.
uh, oh, okay. What did I get? Okay, Michelle, are you gonna
Okay.
pull a card? Who's pulled a card?
I
Who wants to go
am.
first?
Michelle does.
All
Mm,
right. Well, I pulled a couple of cards for, I'm sorry,
just say Roy.
Schlagia
Say Roy.
Roy. Roy. Okay, Roy.
So much
And
easier.
I have the Two of Cups, and I also have the Two of Swords.
Mm.
Mm,
So I see that the feelings are there, that this other person definitely has feelings, but
mm.
they may be trying to make a choice, and their feelings may be torn. You
Oh my God.
with the Two of Swords, it's just showing that the feelings are definitely there, but they are trying to make a choice.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I am just like freaking out here, Michelle. You know, so I got to show you real quick. So I got the Four of Pentacles. You know, he's busy with his business or some other focus, and then
Mm-hmm.
look what I got,
Oh
the
my goodness.
Chariot, and
Chariot.
yeah, and in the Grand Lux Tarot, you know, Ciro Marchetti's Grand Lux. I mean, it really shows the horses, you know, being pulled in different directions. You know, torn
Yep.
torn. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like torn.
Torn.
It's so like dead on. Oh my God. The synchronicity. What about you, Pam?
Yeah, Pamela.
Um, well, as an overview, I got the law, which
Mm-hmm.
means it's a universal law. Laws for everything. Think of the justice card, okay? Um, in other words, there's something going on, technically, legally, even perhaps, that needs to be addressed before anything can progress. Okay. But here's the best part is I also got the Knight of Cups. So there is a deep karmic bond here, whatever's going on with you, that's cool. And that's why you're kind of hesitant. Just you might want to look closely at what's going on now and the other person and ask yourself, is where do you want to be in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years?
Mm.
Because there's something going on in the background. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you may not be able to have the kind of relationship you're hoping for. It could be something that you're going to have to share with something else, is what I'm getting. Get
Awesome.
back here.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope that helped you out, Roy. Katarina has a question as well. By the way, I glanced, and the text is tiny on the chat,
Mm.
and I thought it was Katrina, but it's actually Katarina. Katarina. I just noticed that. Yep.
Yep.
Um, if you have time, can I ask you about Rob, please? We met over the summer. Not sure if he's relationship material. He's a Scorpio. I'm a Cancer.
Oh,
Thank you.
Cancer and Scorpio are wonderful together. Trust me. Just
Oh,
be
cool.
careful.
I'm
They're a
glad
lot
you
of fun
know
to,
that because I don't know astrology. So
I just know it from experience. And
yeah.
I have a tendency to really bond. I'm Cancer. I have a tendency to really bond with Scorpio,
Hmm.
but
I get
you got
along
to
with
be
Cancer really well.
very, very careful with them, with
Yep.
Scorpios, because you can insult them or whatever you want to call it, and you never know because they will not tell you. It's
Mm.
not until later, whenever they basically ghost you, that what happened, like, did
Or
I
the
say or
stinger
did,
comes out.
yeah, you just don't know. But there can be some, but they make some of the best, hate to say this, lovers, companions. They're emotionally supportive, is amazing. And Cancer really thrive with things like that.
Hmm.
But you
Mhm.
have to be careful. You have to be very, very careful with them.
Okay.
In other words, treat them exactly the way you would like to be treated, because if you step outside that parameter, you're going to get bit, stung,
Yeah.
ghosted,
Mhm.
something.
So I'm gonna let you, Michelle and Pamela, you guys pull a card on that. Uh, Meanwhile, I'm going to check the phone lines and such. This is a good time to call in because we're going to go to the phone lines. And so if you're maybe watching us on YouTube live or listening on the radio live, our simulcast, this is a great time to get into the queue so we get to you. And they're
Well,
popping in. They're popping in. Okay, so let me give that phone number out. 714-816-4628. 714-816-4628. Press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through. Otherwise, we assume you're just listening to the show, which is perfectly fine. You can just dial in to listen to the show. But if you want to be live on air with us, press 1 on your dial pad so it raises your little hand there so we know you want to be live on air with us. Other questions in the chat. I wanted to mention that Eric just popped in. Eric says he's new to our channel. Could I please have a card or so? I had a really rough day with a special needs son. So we'll take his question next. But if you guys pulled a card for Katarina, what are you getting on there on Rob for her?
I got choices, which is the Eternal Seeker's answer to the Lover's card, which means this is not necessarily a lover's thing. It's a choice between what is and is not appropriate for you, what does and does not serve who you are, what is sacred, what is profane. I'm with you. I'm not sure he's relationship material, as it were. And that's because he overthinks everything. And
Mm,
thank you. I mean, Michelle pulled this card for someone else a few minutes ago. The Two of Swords reversed. And quite frankly, this means you already know what the answer is. You just want confirmation. So there's your confirmation.
yep. What about you,
well,
Michelle? Anything?
I pulled the Nine of Cups.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice.
And with this one, what I'm seeing is that there are a lot of choices.
Mm,
And there's a lot of emotions involved, the cups. So you need to weed out what is emotional and what is logical
mm.
and go that route with your decisions.
But I agree with Pamela without even pulling any cards that you already know the answer.
Mhm. Yeah, because it's right in front of you.
Right, right, absolutely. Hey, before we take Eric's question, and then I think we have another one coming in from Maria, and then we're going to go to, but we're going to go to the phone lines, I think, first. We need to get
Okay.
some phone calls in. Before all that, real quick, I'm going to remind everybody, as we said in the beginning of the show, psychic.cafe/coffee. God, I love that URL. It's so short. My entire career of building websites and doing stuff online, guys, I have wanted a short URL. It's like my email is just dax at psychic.cafe. It is so cool. Anyway, psychic.cafe/coffee. Pop over there, buy Pamela and Michelle and myself a cup of coffee. We would love that. If you like what you're hearing, maybe you're learning something about numerology or tarot, maybe you had a good reading from us, something along those lines. Also, want to let you know about our 14th anniversary show next Saturday coming up. And we're all going to be on a Zoom call being video streamed to YouTube and simulcasted on Blog Talk through Psychic Talk. Oh my God. So it's going to be all of our hosts. I also invited a lot of our past hosts. In fact, if I missed you somehow and you were one of our hosts, contact me and I can get you the link so you can join us. Also, all of our Tarot Guild staff members are invited as well. So we're gonna see how many of us show up. It could be a lot of people. This is the 14th anniversary of our shows, and it's also our 1000th episode. And if that's not enough, it's also the 14th anniversary of our first Tarot Guild website as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of our current people, plus, flashes from the past. It's going to be so cool. We have the New Year's sale going, 75% off our lifetime membership. It's just $78 for forever. You're signed up for life. You get all of the benefits that you get with our annual or monthly premium membership, only you're paid up for life. And you get extras. You get my $297 Tarot by the Numbers Tarot and Numerology course completely free. Also, instead of having to pay for your certification's included. It's normally 2 payments of $67 or 1 payment of $124. So you get that free as well. It's normally $297, but for the new year, we've cut it down, slashed it 75% to $78. The number of cards in the tarot deck. That's right. And the lifetime membership's going away. We started the lifetime membership in January last year, when all year 2023, a lot of people loved it, signed up. They don't want to do, they have so many monthly payments, right? We all have our Netflix and all that kind of stuff. And some people just want it to be paid up and done with it, So we create the lifetime membership. But we are going to put it on the back burner for most of 2024, if not till 2025. We might drag it out for Black Friday for a couple of days or something, but it's not going to be at $78, folks. It's going to be at $197, $297, something like that. Okay. Because we're building this new psychic.cafe website platform, and we got to pay for it somehow, Anyway, so come over and become a lifetime member. You'll also be able to join us on our shows all week long. You can pop in as a guest co-host and promote yourself, promote your readings and other services, numerology reports, astrology, whatever it is you do as a lifetime member. And you get all of our workshops, classes, panel discussions, Q&A, live Q&As. We do that all year long, folks. Okay. So get in on this before it goes away. When the sale ends, which will probably be like the end of January, the lifetime membership is going on hiatus. Join us on Friday for Compassionate Light. It is spiritual channel Catherine Hahn. She's doing 2024 Year of Abundance and Infinite Possibilities. The perfect topic for her series of shows in January. And she had to postpone last Friday's show. So she's doing 2 topics together on this coming Friday. What is Friday? The 19th. So don't get caught up in labels and walking a mile in another's shoes. So join us for that. And then, we're going to have that anniversary show on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Maria's back with Angelic View. I'm going to be her guest co-host. She's on the first and third Sundays. On the second and fourth Sundays, as you know, what we're doing right now, when Magic Universe is on hiatus, when Sharona is on her, winter break, we will be doing these shows, impromptu, just popping in. So that is everything going on, folks. All righty. I love Pamela's. You guys on radio cannot see this thing that she's in. I can't even describe it. What's it supposed to be? You're like a
I don't know. My son and daughter-in-law from in California found this online. They said it's a sloth. I think it looks like
Sloth. It looks
Bigfoot
like a sloth. Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
Bigfoot maybe. It's
Yeah.
it's very
So
happy.
it's like a warm fuzzy jacket, and then you
Oh,
got the
Yeah.
head and you got the claws.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
cute.
yeah. Isn't that amazing? And
Yeah. And of course
I'm
they're in
just,
California, so
oh
it's like,
yeah.
yeah, let's send her something warm up there in Canada. Oh wow. That
Yeah,
is
my daughter-in-law is really super thoughtful like that. My son says let her freeze, but no, he doesn't. But my daughter or daughter-in-law, I guess,
mm.
she's just one of these extremely talented, creative, thoughtful people. I'd love to get her into tarot. She'd be amazing.
Oh yes, yes. In fact,
I'm
that should be our
trying.
thing for 2024. Let's get more people becoming psychic advisors and tarot readers,
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. So we're going to go and take some more questions from the chat. We're going to take some phone calls, but I did want to mention that, hey, we only can spend a couple minutes with you. So if you want to book a reading with Michelle or Pamela or myself, you'll find us on Psychic Cafe. And let me just pop up. I've got our URLs up here on the screen here for you. And it's real easy. It's just our first name. So psychic.cafe/Michelle, psychic.cafe/Pamela. Got stuck there for a second. Psychic.cafe/Dax. It's almost a tongue twister, even though it's short. But there's our URLs. And you can go over and first of all, sign up for the site. It's free, right? Just you'll see the sign up box with the green, join us now. It's free. Click that. You put in your password, any password, any email address, or you can use your social media accounts to join. And that way, when you go to our pages, these are our profiles, you'll see a little envelope button. Just click that to send us an instant message. Or you see the instant messaging like at the top of any page, you'll see the envelope, and you can click that. You can click new message, type in any of our names. We will pop up, click us, and send us a message. There you go. Okay. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Eric had the question. Let's do his first before we go to the phone lines, and then we'll come back for Maria's question. Um, had a really rough day with a special needs son. Can you pull a card for me? Who wants to go first? Pam?
Sure. And sweetie, you have my gratitude and thanks and support because I have a grandson who's high
Oh, okay.
spectrum autism, and it can be one of my best friends too. She's got twins that happen to both be nonverbal autistic. So you are not alone in this. Okay. And the card that I pulled for you for your overview is called Shadows. Okay. It's from there again from the Eternal Seeker Oracle, and it's based on soul twins from the Steel Wizard. And the reason I kind of reworded it is because everybody seemed to think it was another card for lovers. No, 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 no. It's about shadow work, and whatever you're seeing in front of you, whatever your son is projecting, whatever is going on, there's something within you that needs to be addressed. Um, it could be a thought, an opinion, something small even, but look closely to see what it is. And let's have another look to see if, okay, here we go. And from the Steel Wizard, I got you the Page of Pentacles reversed, which means you don't need to do any more studying. You don't need to take any more courses. You've got this, but you do need to fall back on what you know. Okay, what you know to be true, and remembering your time as a child because it all connects. I never really got mad at my kids because I mean, no matter what when people would ask me, so are you their mother? I would say, why? What did they do? And that's very true because I probably did something extremely similar, but with his condition, it's going to be even more dramatic, traumatic. So feet on the ground, head not in the clouds. Look at this from a perspective of this is someone I love beyond reason and safety. How am I going to handle it? Hopefully the answer is right in front of you and you just haven't seen it yet. But yeah, it's about shadow work, and he is
Yeah.
providing you with an opportunity to look more deeply into what you're dealing with too. So it's a blessing.
Pam, what card was that? Did you say Page of Pentacles reversed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
just wondering. I got the Page of Cups. That's his son coming in, right? And
Yes.
the
Very much so.
message that the universe wants you to know, or tarot wants you to know anyway. Ten of Swords. It's over. It's over. Swords are thoughts and ideas. Anything that's left, what you're dealing with the hard, rough day. It's all in your head now. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all. That's the message. Is take a deep breath and sigh. Okay, it's over with. And then what you do is, okay, 10 of Cups, hold him, give him a hug, feel the love. What about you, Michelle? Anything you want to say for Eric there?
Hi, Eric. Um, I got Temperance, which is kind of, after seeing their cards, it kind of reflects a balance and a patience with yourself. And I think that is where you might be struggling, is that you're losing patience with yourself. Um, I did not pull that right. And
Mm,
then I also have the Five of Cups, which you are struggling with your emotions. That's what this is telling me, that you're not finding the balance with the emotions that you're feeling. And I think you're having more rough nights and you're just holding on to those. And I think you really need to find the positivity and the goodness in some of those days and hold on to that as
mm,
well.
mm-hmm,
And focus on the joy that he brings into your life.
mm. Yep. Oh, wow. I hope that helped you out, Eric. I know it's rough. Um, so we're gonna get to the phone lines, I promise. Don't worry, we're gonna be here longer than our normal hour show. We went 2 hours yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
Michelle. Oh my God. Charlotte is in the chat, just popped in. Pamela, you look like a shaman. Yeah, I think Pamela should wear that get up like for every show, even when it's hot in the summer. She should put that on and be the shaman. Be the shaman. Wow.
Hey, it's what was
Eric
hanging on
says,
the back of the door. That's it.
thank you guys. Eric says thank you. Oh, I know what I forgot. Little bit of housekeeping. I forgot to pop up the URL for the New Year sale. So it's psychic.cafe/New Year. Of course it is. Short, sweet, easy. Yeah. Psychic. And all you have to do is open a new tab in your browser. You don't really need to put the www, but www.psychic.cafe/New Year. Also, my readings are on there, 50% off. So instead of a full session is normally $99.99, so it's $49.99. You're going to save $50, 50% off, and you can book a session. You also get your full numerology report, and it's on that same page with the New Year sale. Just wanted to mention that real quick. Next time we do this, I said yesterday we were going to go right to calls first, and I completely forgot. Remember that, Michelle? We talked about it after the show. We decided to do the show today to fill in,
Yep.
for Magic Universe. And we said, hey, let's go right to the phone lines, do something different. And completely forgot. So next time, even if you guys are not on the show, if you're like in the chat room or something, send me a private message or something on Facebook and say, Dax, don't forget to go to the phone lines first. Let's see who's been waiting the longest. Area code 770. Are you there, 770?
Yes. How are you guys?
Hi. Thanks for joining us.
My
What's your
name is
name? Where are you calling from?
my name is Kathy from Georgia.
Kathy from Georgia.
And relationship. Do you guys see Kathy and Tony developing a meaningful relationship?
Who's Kathy and Tony?
Me. I'm Kathy.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because the way you said it
Yeah.
is Kathy and Tony. I was like, wait a minute, are we talking about a third party?
Tony. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's
today.
okay. I just wanted to clarify because this is something we should put out there, that we tend, for everybody else, we tend to stray away from what we call psychic peeping Tomming. We don't want to look into other people's affairs, so like the question should relate somehow to you, even if a third party is involved, kind of thing. But yeah, completely understand what you mean there. So
Kathy, me, and Tony developing a meaningful relationship.
okay. Who wants to go first this time? Michelle?
Okay. Well, I got for the first card a Palace of Cups. So I see a very beautiful setting, almost a fantasy setting. Yeah, that's the first card I see coming up. So
I got the same thing. I can't wait to tell you. More synchronicities.
Is the relationship built on a foundation of truth and reality, or fantasy and imagination? And then the second card I got is the Seven of Cups, which has snakes in it, and it has ladybugs in it, and keys in another cup. And so I see some deception maybe with this relationship.
What type of deception? Like,
almost like an illusion, because I've got the Three of Wands, and there is a far off boat, and someone is just looking into the far off boat. And so the deception is that there is an illusion in this relationship somewhere.
Oh, hey, let me jump in, because I think what
Absolutely.
I'm getting is in synchronicity with what you're getting, Michelle, and I think it might explain something. This is too freaky. It goes beyond. It's like a double, triple synchronicity. Remember, I got the cards of the day, and it was the 4 and the 6, and today's a 5 in the middle.
Yep.
I got the 4 of Wands, and there's that idyllic scene you were talking about.
Yep.
It's
the fantasy. Yes.
Yeah, it's confirming that. Okay. And I got a 4 and I got a 6. I think it goes like this, with the 5 in the middle again.
The Six of Cups.
Yeah. So I got the 6 of Swords.
Oh.
Yes. And so it's making slow movement towards your goal. You're leaving the rough waters for the calmer seas. But what's in between these two is, that 5, that chaos energy. So I think is what it's saying is, this is a real possibility. And I know on radio you can't see this, but if you're on YouTube, you're seeing this. The 4 of Wands, which is a celebration. I mean, in this particular sense, particular card, the way Ciro Marchetti, drew this, it looks like a wedding. Okay.
It does.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking that ideal is possible, but then you have to remember the 5, going through the 5 and the chaos energy to get to it, success, to get to the 6. You have to do that. And so that's what it's letting you know, is like, don't be afraid of the rough waters, because you will eventually get to calm seas and the shore on the other side, which is the goal. You got
Yeah.
anything to add, Pam? Or
When actually that
Um,
actually makes sense.
mostly
does.
Because we're in the
about
chaos, right?
it's
Oh,
mostly
go ahead,
about
Pam. I'm sorry.
inspiration.
Go ahead.
You've got the you're being inspired here somehow. This situation is inspiring you to not just have hope, but to start looking at alternatives like, okay, this could work if, okay? So what you need to do is very, very blunt and in the Ace of Swords. You need to clear your thoughts. You need to figure out what is and is not making sense to you and follow that breadcrumb trail down the rabbit hole until you figure out exactly whatever is hidden is about it can be revealed. And but the warning here is don't let your hopes, ideals, and dreams get in the way of what's real. All right, make sense?
You mean what's real is us? So just stay the
Well,
course and figure out
the
oh yeah, that's
possibility of
what
of it.
Michelle was saying
Or,
too.
yeah, the possibility of a new beginning here and the beginning of victory. And that's what inspiration and everything can lead to, is just make sure what you're seeing is what's real and not what you want to see.
Awesome.
okay.
Well, I hope that helped you
Okay.
out. Have a great rest of your
Um,
weekend, Kathy. We got to move on. We got a lot of calls and questions to get to, but I appreciate the call and happy New Year to you. Yeah, we got to keep saying that. I keep forgetting to do the Happy New Year thing. You know. Okay. What else is going on? Charlotte is insisting that Pamela needs to be the sloth shaman. Okay. So we're waiting for Charlotte to join us on these shows. She said because she was a co-host years back, and she's going to come back and hang out with us. She's been hanging in there as a listener and in the chat for a long, long time, and she helps us out by explaining to new people coming in the chat, along with Michelle when she's in there, and other people from the guild and from Psyche Talk and Psyche Cafe, letting them know, how it all works, and, just go ahead and ask your question in the chat and things like that. I was asking her if she was getting close to being ready to come on air with us. And I said, you're going to have fun, Charlotte. So Charlotte said a couple of things. One, she said, Daxie, she calls me Daxie. I'm getting so ready. I have a new deck that I just started building a relationship with, and I really like it. Oh, that's so cool. So Charlotte, let us know what deck it is. Is it an Oracle deck or a tarot deck? Let us know in the chat there. Unless you called in, we can always, bring you on air if you're called into the show. In fact, I think she is. We might go to her call. Oh, she also said the sloth. The sloth symbolizes patience and relaxation. It's all about appreciating the little joys in life and taking things one moment at a time. Oh my God, that is so you, Pamela, too. Yeah. Yeah. So Charlotte's in the queue. Let's see if we can queue her up. Oh, my thing just did weird things. Is that you, Charlotte? Did I get the right line?
Yep, it's me.
There she is. So what deck did you get?
It's
What new
me.
deck?
So it is called, hang on just a second. I'm trying to stop my dog from jumping all over the top of me it always happens when I start talking. And so it's called The Shaman's Dream Oracle, and it's by Alberto Villoldo. That's how you say his name. And Colette Baron Reed.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
it's got some of the coolest artwork on it that, I mean, every card. I'm just like, oh, I love that card the most. Oh no, wait. I love that card the most. And the cards that I pulled were just like, well, that couldn't have described my life anymore if it tried. I mean, it was kind of uncanny. And I love it when you get decks like that immediately start going, yep, we want to talk to you. We want to, we want to share messages with you. Because, I don't know if you guys are like this, but not every deck, I don't click with every deck I get. In fact, the one deck that I really haven't clicked with, and you would have thought that I would, it was a dog oracle deck. And
It's
I was
funny.
like, how perfect. It's a dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because I was going to suggest that. Something with the animals so you can do animal communication.
No, that dog oracle deck I have tried multiple times, and I don't know what's up. I haven't tried for the last couple of years, but I was so excited to get it because, you know how much I love animals and dogs,
Charlotte,
especially. And
Charlotte, have you thought about getting
what?
Have you thought about, I don't know if you got your camera, you got your YouTube on where you can see this. I'm holding up the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, 100 multiple use cards and guidebook by Bernadette King. We were just talking about this in the beginning of the show. And this would be, and look at this box. It is just enormous.
Beautiful.
And the book, oh my God, look how thick that book is.
Wow.
And then you got the two decks. You got the Oracle and the Tarot, and you can mix them together, or you can just do tarot. If you're just a tarot person, you can just do tarot. I'm thinking something like this might be good. There's the blue whale, and this one's the elephant. I love the elephant card. And they are these really cool big cards that are great for readings.
I like that.
Yeah, there's such a lag between phone line and YouTube right now that I'm still not seeing any.
Yeah, you'll see it. There's a good 8-second to 30-second delay between us and YouTube.
I'm gonna say it's closer to 30 seconds to a minute because
You'll
I'm
see
still
it.
not seeing any of this.
Wow, that's weird. But anyway, you'll see it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either.
Type the name of the deck into the chat so I can get it. And then is that the one that you and Mary got that has that they add bits and pieces to it? Yeah, I think that one I didn't get because it was a little cost prohibitive at the time, but I was I do not use the word jealousy anymore in my and I'm just going to put this out there for everyone. Quit using the word jealousy, even if you're just think you're using it in jest. Because once I did and started using, I'm so happy that you got that deck. That looks so cool. And things like that, whenever people would say something to me like, oh, we're going on a 2-week cruise. And your immediate thing is to say, oh, I'm so jealous.
Right.
But I just
get away from jealousy.
Saying, I am so happy. I'm so happy for you. And as soon as I knocked that word out of my vocabulary and stopped and thought how I really felt about that person having what I didn't, now it's showing up the decks. But I don't know.
Charlotte,
just a little
real quick.
Of Charlotte.
Real quick, Charlotte, I put the Amazon link.
I'm listening.
I put the Amazon link to the Arc deck into the chat for you guys. Also, for everybody else, I put a link to Charlotte's new deck in there as well. It looks really cool. 64 cards.
It's an Oracle deck, so it's not
very cool. Well, I'm really excited for you to, make a relationship with that deck, really get going with the readings and come back on the air with us.
Yeah. I'm really excited too, because I'm just, like I said, I had put things away for a while. Just, I don't know, the way my life went. It, between having both knees replaced and this is not a oh poor you. I mean, jump up and cheer for joy for that, because I mean, that was a whole miracle in and of itself. I'm not going to go into it here, but I got them done, and it's opened up my world again, and yeah. And I feel like I'm no longer just a hermit. So anyway, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This show is great. Do I dare sneak in a reading? I mean, because how often do I get a reading from 3 awesome people at the same time?
So what's the question, though?
Finances. Are my finances going to improve enough that I will not have to be, watching for pennies on the sidewalk? I was going to say, I'm going to say it, clench my butt cheeks, towards the end of every month, trying to speak through.
Well, real quick, I got the strength card. It's really pretty in Chiro's Grand Lux deck. Of course, that's 8. We're in a world year of 8. It's abundance, so the answer is yes, but it's also giving you that hint, we're in a world year of 8. It's a year of abundance and prosperity, but you have to set the focus on that right now in January. You got to set the intention going forward that you're going to draw in more and more abundance and prosperity. And you have to be open. And I think that this is, I don't know, but I'm getting this gut feeling right now. I'm getting this intuition with you in particular, Charlotte. I think you shoot yourself in your own foot sometimes, where the universe wants to bring things in, but because you have a preconceived notion of how you would acquire abundance, how money would come into your life, it's always happened a certain way. These are the 3 ways that I get income, and you're blocking everything else. So you need to get, set yourself into that intention, and you have to have the inner fortitude and strength of the strength card, right? And I got the Queen of Cups. So the tarot is giving you.
Does that mean I'm just going to be fat and sassy with the Queen of Cups?
No, the Queen of Cups is about your psychic ability. The Queen of Cups is saying it's a hint, all right? The strength card 8, all right, is telling you about the world year energy of 8 and how to set the intention right now. Then it gives you a clue as far as the income thing. Focus on your psychic ability, animal communication.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to make money in 2024. And not just doing readings for people. You got to start thinking beyond that. I've already given you hints. I already said, come on to Psychic Cafe. Well, you're on Psychic Cafe as a member, but what I'm saying is, go on there, start a group, animal communication, and either do your own course, or find somebody else's course that you can become an affiliate of and sell that animal communication course, because it's big, it's popular, it's a really big thing,
Yeah.
and so if you can really get into that, that's where you're going to be able to go, oh, you don't have to worry about money anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
And
and also, and this is not. Go ahead.
the ladies are nodding their head. And so before you jump in, and we need to speed up things a little bit because we do have to get to other calls and questions. Real quick from Pamela and from Michelle.
Okay.
What'd you guys get? Anything?
Truth.
For Charlotte.
Your truth.
Your
Okay?
truth.
The truth of who you are. You are an abundant being. Okay. And like Dax said, you're shooting yourself in the foot every chance. I mean, okay, let's put it this way, a little animal metaphor. Throughout your life, there's been times when the wolves have been at the door and they're scratching and you can hear them and they're growling and carrying, but they never got through because at the last second, something happened and pulled you away from that utter destruction. All right. And once you realize that you really are an abundant being and you live in abundance and stay focused on that abundance, it magnifies, it multiplies, it goes nuts. And that's, in other words, all you got to do is plant those seeds. You got the Seven of Pentacles, nurture it and let it grow. And what he said is absolutely what I was getting to. All you have to do, you've already got everything you need. You have it. Your needs are being met. Just know that you are an abundant being. You live in an abundant universe. We've been told all of our lives, most of us, that there is want and lack and all this, and it's not true. It's absolutely not true. So there you go. You got this. You just have to let yourself be that.
I gotta say, the energy coming off you guys is so incredible, and I haven't even heard Michelle's yet, but I'm just like, want to jump up and dance around. I mean, just because you're right. You're exactly right, and things are lined up right now. I actually won a free animal communications course.
Yes.
That is normally like a $400 course, and I won that.
If that's not like the universe telling you, it's like earlier in the show when I was talking about acquiring the www.psychic.cafe URL, which was unavailable. And then I'm thinking, oh, do I want to remake this site? Our other site, I've always thought we need our own separate community. Do I do that? And then this URL just becomes available out of nowhere. It's the same thing with your course. It's like, I mean, the universe can't do anything more except for maybe, reach out with a wet fish and start slapping you in the face, Charlotte. Would you please wake up? I mean,
would you quit overthinking things?
Quit overthinking. You're making this connection with this deck. You have the course. Go through the course. Stop him hawing. Just do it. Get it done. Get it done. And you have my course, which you said you started doing again on yesterday's show.
Yes. Yes.
So focus on this. Make this your priority. Make this, okay, I'm going to get my abundance this way. And I'm going to create the animal communication group on Psychic Cafe. And I'm going to make my own course or classes on animal communication and sell those. And I'm going to, sell my sessions doing animal communication in the future. And I'm just going to do it. Do it.
Yeah, no, and I think that goes along with my, I don't do New Year's resolutions, but my word for the year is being present. And I think that has everything to do with this as well, because it's, it has to stop the overthinking. You can't be present and overthink at the same time.
Right. And Eric in the chat room just said, woot, woot. I'm happy for you, Charlotte. Oh, gosh.
Well, Eric, I am so happy for you. I know it's so hard, but also what a blessing for you to have a special child, and he wouldn't have come to you unless I know you're probably tired of people saying this, but I honestly believe it. He wouldn't have come to you unless the universe knew you were the right person to guide him through his life. So
okay, now I'm completely
hang on
confused.
there.
Michelle, did you get to give your advice yet? I forget.
No, she
Go,
hasn't.
No,
go,
he
go,
didn't.
Michelle. Shut up,
Come
Charlotte.
on,
Shut up.
Bring
Go,
Michelle, bring
Michelle.
it on.
So
Okay.
I got the Knight of Wands, which is telling you that you should not lose your passion and you need to go forward because your passion is there and you need to just take your action now. And then I drew the Queen of Coins,
Awesome.
which there is your abundance coming in, but you have to put the footwork into it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't shoot yourself in the foot because you have to put the footwork into it.
Follow your passion with that, fire card there. I don't know how
Yes.
many times I've gotten Juan's cards, for Charlotte. Let's go back through all the shows over the years. And it's like, would you please just follow your passion? Anyway, Charlotte, we got to get out of here. We got more calls and questions coming up here. But thanks for calling in.
Okay, love you guys.
And see, look how much she likes to talk. You just know that Charlotte is going to love being back on air. So get on it, Charlotte. Get on it. Get on it. Get on it. We had a question from Maria that I wanted to take care of real quick. We're just going to do this real quick because Maria says, I have a question. Will I come back to Italy in July, please? I think we've already covered this on a previous show, but I'll pull a card real quick and we're just going to move on after that. I got the Emperor card. There's that 4 energy again. Okay. Something to do with foundation and structure, but it's a major arcana card. It's a big fat yes. I don't even have to do my full 5-card yes, no spread on that one. Let's go right over to the phone lines. Who's been waiting the longest? It looks like area code 703. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Are you there?
Hi, it's Andrea. Can you hear me?
I'm getting a lot of feedback or like talking in the background or something. Did you say Andrea or what was your name again?
Yeah, Andrea. Yes, I'm actually
Andrea.
on a cruise ship for my birthday, so it's
that is so
kind of
cool.
in and out.
Oh, that is the first time in recorded history doing radio for thousands of shows and 14 years now that I got to write next to their phone line, Andrea on cruise ship. Normally I'm writing, in New Hampshire or they're in California, they're in New Jersey on cruise ship. That is the coolest thing ever. So what do you want to chat with us today about?
Well, I recently started talking to this guy named William. We met online and we text all night, and then he said he was going to call me the next day, Saturday, but he kind of went ghost. I don't know if something happened to him. If he's whatever you pick up with him.
Is he on the cruise ship with you? What the heck?
No.
I'm lost
almost,
here.
But no.
That would be cool.
No, by
right?
myself. I know.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys answer this one. So go ahead. Pam, you want to go first?
Well, okay, I got a really strange one for this. It's called Elder Gods, okay, which technically is the Eternal Seeker's answer to the Emperor. So there again, there's a strong male influence going on here. I'm not sure what it is, but the real kick in the seat here is I also got the Emperor from the from the Steel Wizard. So you essentially have two. Okay, these to me represent the discipline of all of the energies with your feet on the ground and everything else. It's also about communication. So you guys seem to be able to communicate extremely well. Like you just said, you text all night. So when the communication stops, there's a very good reason for it. Leave it. Okay. Let it come to you because you got a lot to digest here. You've kind of been on a little bit of a high, as it were, with this. And it's time for you to just sit back and look at all that's been said and done. You probably still got the text. Read them again. Look over it. See if you've missed something, because that written word right there is going to probably It's like reading a book, and you love the book and you read the book and oh my gosh, it's wonderful. You go back and reread it, like maybe not a week later, but maybe a year later or more. And sometimes you think, why did I think that book was so great? But you're going to see something there that you didn't see in the beginning. So go back, reread it, and be willing to listen, because the elder gods are paying attention now and they're there to help you. So be sure to let them and don't get in the way. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks for the call, Andrea.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
You're welcome.
Yeah, enjoy
You
the rest.
too.
Enjoy the rest
Happy New
of your
Year.
cruise. Oh my God. Charlotte just said
That's
about the jealous
amazing.
thing. And I am just, Michelle, by the way, I'm going to have you do the next call.
Oh, no worries.
I'm trying to speed things up a little instead of having all three of us jump in on readings. But no, we're not supposed to do the jealousy thing, that Charlotte literally just said. And I'm like, that's the first thing that I wanted to say was, oh God, I'm so jealous. I want to be on a cruise. I want to be doing readings on a cruise. You know what we need? Psychic Cafe cruise.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh,
Sign me up.
sign
I've
me
been
up
on
right
a cruise.
now. We'll
It's
just,
amazing.
yeah, because we always talk about doing for the Tarot Guild, doing like a virtual symposium or a live conference, in-person conference. Let's just do a conference on a cruise ship.
Yes. I
And
am there.
just everybody else on the cruise ship can just get readings from all of these wonderful psychic advisors and tarot readers and so forth that are on the cruise for the convention. It just makes so much sense to me. The next caller is, and by the way, if you have anything, any questions in the chat, I did see more people come in. Farida came in. Oh, this is the most active our chat has been in a while. And I don't know if it's because it's a Sunday or it's just this cool energy that Charlotte was talking about with us. But Frida's in there. And so to ask a question, you're not late. Don't worry about it. She's asking about asking a question. It's not calls only. Farida, all you have to do is type in your question in the chat right there where you are. If you want us to just pull a card for a general, just say, pull a card for me, please. If you have a very specific question, 1 or 2 lines, type it in there and we'll take your question when we come back to the chat. Just want to mention that real quick. Also, because I always forget, like this video and please, and subscribe to our channel so you're alerted of all of our shows. 2024, we're going to do a lot more lives. I want to do it every day. That's the ideal thing, give exposure to all of our members that are professional readers and psychic advisors. What else? So now I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, subscribe. And YouTube lowered the number of subscribers. You only need 500 now, and we're almost there. So help us hit 500. We still have to hit they dropped it from 4,000 to 3,000 hours of watch time to get monetized. And it's not the full monetization. I think you still have to hit 4,000 and 1,000 subscribers to get the ad revenue. But what it does open is certain things like, we have, and you see it right here, right now, scrolling, psychic.cafe/coffee. Well, once we get this first level of monetization, then we can do super chats. And people can just right there, send us a super chat and get a reading. And, that's what I kind of want to do after we get there, is make it all based on super chats. So you just hit the super chat button, send us $5, $10, $20, whatever. And this could be really, 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 really cool. Absolutely. So please subscribe and like our channel and send people here, tell them if hey, we do free readings all the time, so if if a friend of yours or someone has a question, whatever, it's like, hey, I know these great people. It's called Psychic Talk. You can call in or you can put your question in the chat and, have them come hang out with us and like our channel or subscribe to our channel, like our videos, help us out. Please watch through some, because we have all these cool workshops that are free that are on the YouTube channel, and like 500 shows or something on there. Lots of stuff to watch. Okay. And the watch time as you watch, that helps us, people that watch through the whole video, and then the total amount of watch time helps us a lot. And I keep forgetting to mention this. And, because I just did, I'm going to mention it again. Grab us a cup of coffee until we get the super chats. Psychic.cafe/coffee. The next caller was, let's see, 917. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 917.
Hi, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Ashil, A-S-H-I-L.
Where are you calling from?
New York City.
New York City. Cool. So I was trying to get your name there, and you spelled it, or you said it, and I told.
I'll spell it for you. A-S-H-I-L.
What do you guys think? I'm just not getting it. It's like a shield, maybe?
E-S-H-E-S-H-I-L or A-S-H-I-L.
A shell.
A shell?
A shell.
Right.
Okay. There we go. Whew. That was rough. I'm so sorry. It's just I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you want to chat about? Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you guys, too. I want to chat about my love life. I'm single. It's a new year. And I'm trying to see new love interest. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Michelle's supposed to be doing this one, so I'm wondering.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Go, Michelle.
Well, I see the Queen of Coins. She keeps popping up for us.
Yeah.
So there is someone coming in for you. And then I am shuffling the Knight of Wands.
Oh. Keep getting the same cards. I love that.
I know.
That's just the tarot and the universe winking at us, I tell people.
Yeah,
it is. So there is someone out there for you, but you have to be actively participating in putting yourself out there and looking for her. Go to places that you find interest in, because that's where you're gonna meet her. Go hang out if you like to read books, hang out at the library, hang out at the bookstores, because that's where you're gonna find someone who shares your interests. And so you just have to put yourself out there, and you have to get the excitement for what you are looking for and bring it out in yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
I hope that helped you out, Michelle.
Yeah. That helps make a lot of sense, because I've been getting a lot of attention, but it's been the wrong people. So it makes sense that I need to go to somewhere. It really makes sense.
So that Queen, possibly Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn,
Winter.
Yeah, we're gonna let Ashil go and see if we can go to more calls and more questions. But I promise I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna throw something out there, because before Pamela reminded me that I had said, Michelle, you do this one, I pulled 3 cards. So, and I swear I shuffled as well, but I got that 4 of coins again. Foundation and structure, Ashul. I think it goes along with what Michelle was saying. It's like, where are you meeting people? What foundation can you create for a new way to meet people? Think outside the box. All the four cards and four in numerology is about thinking outside the box. It's structure, but it's also thinking outside that box, right? And this is the interesting thing. You kept saying her, Michelle, and I'm like, or him, because I got two knights.
Oh, or him.
I got, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I didn't ask if Ashil was looking for a lady or not, but hey, just because it's a knight doesn't mean it's necessarily male.
Right.
It's the energy of the Knight of Swords, the energy of the Knight of Wands. So that is what? Swords, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Wands, fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. To me, it looks like, and by the way, when I laid the cards down, this one's in the middle, right? The four. And then the knights are bookending it.
Bookending it.
Yeah. And so the message from the cards is he needs to set that foundation, different ways of meeting people. And then he's going to have so many people, he's not going to know what to do with them all. He's going to have to go on multiple dates. So there you go, Ashil. We're going to go over to, well, wait a minute. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions in the chat. I know Farida was going to put one in. Okay. It looks like, do you see separation for me from my fake toxic marriage? Woo-hoo! Well, you're answering your own question right there. If you're calling it a fake toxic marriage, you need to run the other way. And like yesterday, not tomorrow. Mention my question. Gave me reply. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see it earlier in the list. I'm sorry about that. But yes, we have the question now. Who wants to do this one? Oh, Pamela. Yeah, we talked enough. So let's let Pamela do it. So Farida's like, do you see separation for me from my fake toxic marriage? I think the question answers itself.
It pretty well does.
But if you want to pull cards on it, go right ahead.
Well, I got the Ace of Wands reverse, and this tells me that you're just not making it happen.
She's saying it's hard to leave in the chat.
Well, I understand that. Yeah, I've got it open here too. And I understand that it's always hard. Change is always hard. But until I think part of it has to do with, all right, the card that's right next to that too is the Queen of Wands reverse, which is you. Okay. And the question you have to ask yourself is, who are you going to be when you're free and clear? Because right now you don't know who you're going to be, and you don't even know who you are anymore because you've adapted your behavior in so much just to try to keep the peace that it's blowing up in your face. And this isn't you. No, it isn't you. So begin to redefine who you are and what does and does not serve who you are. I mean, what the reason that you got married it was probably very valid at the time, but it has no more viability. So it no longer serves who you are now and who you are becoming. So go ahead and start making those changes and small increments, little adjustments, and then you will be more ready, as it were, to step out and turn it this way so that, yes, you can move forward with a new life and a new you, because you're not living your truth right now. And that's kind of what's got you going. So yeah, try that. Okay.
Cool. Hope that helped you out, Farida. We're going to go to the phone lines. Oh, real quick. This is the big thing, I think, is if she'll finally do it and let go, that opens it up and the universe brings in the King of Swords.
Yep.
And look what I got. I swear I shuffled. There's that 4 of Wands showing up again.
Yep.
Yes. So Frida, move on. I know it's hard.
It's not
Let's see.
easy.
Who's been waiting the longest? It looks like area code 216. Michelle, you want to do this one? 216. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Desmond calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, Desmond. Hi, Desmond. Did you call in before? We've had a Desmond before.
Yeah, I think it was sometime last year, I believe.
Yeah. I just remember that from way back there. What's your question? What's going on with you? Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year.
Haven't
Happy
talked to
New
you
Year
since
to
last
y'all,
year.
Yeah, what do you see for me this year? Summary form.
Well, for you, I see the 8 of Wands and the Judgment card. The 8 of Wands is about abundance. But I feel like with the Judgment card that you are holding on to something deep inside of you that is holding you back. Now, I don't know if that is a fear or if that is a judgment on yourself or some sort of trauma, but there's something that has got a hold of you and is not letting you obtain your abundance. And so I also have the 7, which is the Chariot, which tells me you just have some decisions to make. And when you make those decisions, you'll get some abundance coming into your life for 2024.
Oh, okay. I am definitely gonna have to work on. I know what that is. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I hope that helped you out.
So letting go.
Letting go. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You know, I usually say it towards the end of the year, but it's like we're still in the early part of the beginning of the year here. This is still a great time, everybody, to let go of the baggage, whatever it is, anything that's holding you back. Also, belief systems that are no longer serving you, or beliefs that you have that are no longer serving you. Like, for instance, a lot of people, and I said this with Charlotte, and I've said it many, many times on the shows. People have it in their head that they can only do this thing. They've only worked in this genre. They can only make money this way. They have all these preconceived notions of like what they're supposed to be doing, how they're supposed to be getting abundance. You got to throw that all out and let the universe bring something new in. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. Thanks for calling in, Des, and we will, hopefully you will call back soon, and we'll chat with you then. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes.
Awesome sauce. I don't know if we have any more questions. Frida said, okay, true, and thank you. Yay, Frida. And I keep saying Frida. It's Farida, I think, if I'm saying it right. I don't know. I'm butchering all these names, but we are international, so we get stuff all over the place. Now I lost my studio. Where'd the studio go? Okay. Who's been waiting the longest? Looks like area code 860. Caller, are you there? 860? Hello.
Hi, thank you so much. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What's your name?
My name is Lisa from Connecticut, and I'm turning 65 this month, so I feel like I'm having 2 New Years.
You
I'm
are?
wondering,
That's so cool.
anything in store for me, or? Yeah, I can't believe it.
That's so awesome. Let's see.
Thank you.
Oh, again with letting go of the baggage. Okay, yeah, boy, this is a lot like what I was getting for Desmond, and I wasn't even pulling card on Desmond. That was just stuff coming up. I swear I shuffled. I I swear I shuffled, but I got the Six of Swords again. You know,
Mm.
that whole thing, that journey away from the rough waters to the calmer seas. I love this, Grand Lux Tarot version of this. And notice that instead of swords being in the boat, like in every other tarot deck, the swords are actually in the water. And you have to avoid the swords. Swords are thoughts and ideas. I have the distinct impression, only because everybody does this, Lisa, overthinking. Okay. And the other part is, this moving away from the rough waters to the calmer waters, and the idea is you're getting towards the shore on the other side is the goal. And by the way, I love in these cards, you guys on radio can't see this, but all of our YouTube viewers, see how the boat is sticking out of the image, like over the top of the border. It makes it look 3D. God, I love that so much. Then I'm getting all this creativity and getting threes, like, so the world card 21, that's 3. Okay, look at that. It's like the cosmic eye and the cosmic womb of the universe at the same time, you know, from which everything comes. So with that, moving from the rough waters, commerce, and overthinking it with the swords, with the thought energy. Part of that is getting away. It's kind of like, what would that be? 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups. I think it's 7 of Cups, where he's walking up the hill there. It's yeah, 8 of Cups. I was right the first time. Anyway, I doubt myself too much. It's letting go of these things that you think of way too much, and these thought processes, which also keep the beliefs and thinking ways that don't serve us anymore. It keeps them active, and it prevents us from moving forward because we're blocking other things. Yeah. So what this is saying is you need a complete shift in foundation, your belief systems, what you believe about yourself, negative thoughts that you need to get rid of, negative habits, things like that. And the Tower card comes up, which is literally a shift in foundations. It's telling you right here. And then, the World card, you have the whole world open to you, that 3 energy, and then your ship starts to come in, the 3 of Wands, literally the ship coming in. Great version of the ship there. I love that. By the way, do you notice on the sail, it's this image from the backs of his cards? Chiro's cards is on the sail. Yeah. So 3 of Cups, I'm sorry, 3 of Wands is literally your ship coming in, but also it's that 3 energy, creativity and communication. So what can you let go of with the 6 of Swords? By the way, 6 is success in numerology. So 6 of Swords tells you how to get to success. And it's all about slow, steady progress towards the goal and getting rid of the overthinking that's holding you back. So you need to do this shift in foundations. What ideas about yourself, belief systems, negative thoughts, ideas about, abundance needs to come to me a certain way. And when I say abundance, I'm not talking about just monetary or finance. It could be every area of your life, family, relationships, the whole thing, and then once you do that, then your ship comes in. And so what I want you to do is figure out what those thoughts are. And quiet time with yourself can be a great time for that to flood out. I'm not saying necessarily you need to contemplate your navel or meditate, but find some time in the beginning of the day and the end of the day, to just sit down and be quiet with yourself and let the thoughts come in and observe the thoughts. And then say to yourself, without too much judgment, just, is this a thought that's holding me back? Is this a belief that's preventing the universe from bringing abundance in because I think it has to happen a certain way? Identify those thoughts, therefore identify those belief systems that you can let go of. And then once you've done that, shift your focus to all that 3 energy that was showing up in my cards. Shift to creativity and communication. How can I communicate all of the amazing skills and abilities I have that could help other people? How can I communicate that? Write a book, teach a class, do a podcast, one-on-one coaching, counseling, whatever you do, advising. There's a lot of ways that you could help people with your skills and abilities that you already have. Get really creative with this and start writing things down on a piece of paper. What do I want it to look like? Whatever it is that abundance that you want to draw into your life, what's that look like? If you're talking relationships, what are the attributes of the person you want to draw in? If you're talking about career, what are the attributes of your business going to look like? What's your day to day? Are you on Zoom calls with people? Are you writing a book? Are you creating content? Maybe you start a YouTube channel. Are you teaching classes? Are you coaching, consulting? There you go. So I hope that helped you out, Lisa. Happy birthday.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome sauce.
That was really amazing. So much. Yes, awesome for sure. Thank you.
Thanks for the call, Lisa. And, call us back and let us know how that's going. And if you need more guidance, hey, we're here. Awesome. And I'm going to check the chat in a minute, but let's see if we can get through at least another call here, area code. And it's going to be what? Pamela, I think you're up next. Is that right? 816, area code 816. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm Robin, and my mom passed away. I just wanted to know if I could, I don't know, if she's trying to tell me something.
A message from Robin's mom. Oh, where are you calling in from, Robin?
Missouri.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So sorry to hear about mom. And, here we are going into a new year and everything. It's like, oh. Let's see what Pamela's getting.
Who's passing? You got the guardian card from the eternal seeker, okay? And this means that.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. You broke up.
Yeah, it broke up.
Oh, okay. It's the guardian from the eternal seeker. And what this means is that your mom didn't really leave you. She's just, think of it this way. She moved to a different country. She's living in a different house. There's no phone service, but there are ways to communicate. All right. You're just going to have to find them. And yeah, she's open to it. Okay. Because right now it's like she's holding the door open for others to do this. So this could be the influence that you get developing your psychic gifts so that you can help people that that are crossing over, or people who have family that has crossed over. Okay. I don't recommend that you start talking to dead celebrities because people will think that but it could happen. It has happened and it's a lot of fun. because a lot of these people you may or may not know, but still in all, it's like she's holding the door open saying, look, talk to me and I can help guide you into a new venue that you're going to be very, very good at. And the card that backs this up is the Magician from the Steel Wizard, because as you think, you create. Okay. So I don't know what you've been planning on doing, but you need to kind of step back just a few and say, Mom, I really miss you. Because I mean, yeah, it's not, you're never ready and there's never enough time ever. Trust me. But
yeah, I'm always on the run. I always gotta go.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
but she's right here. She's as close as your heartbeat. She created you. You are a part of who she is. Okay? So just listen to her voice, her inner voice, talking to your inner voice. And that's going to open up a whole new world for you. You're going to be fine. She's fine. And she will hold a space for you. Well, it's kind of like one of my friends that passed away a couple of years ago, she said, you're not that far behind me. I'll save you a seat. So, oh, thanks, which is true because in the grand scheme of things, it's the blink of an eye. So you have your time in this reality right now to offer support to others if you choose to take it, because your mom's there to help you do it.
Mm-hmm. I hope that helped you out,
Okay.
Robin. A lot of
Thank
love
you.
coming in the chat room. Charlotte says, sending you massive love, sweet being. Take that with you. And I hope it gets better this year. And it will. It will. But thanks again for your
I hope so.
call. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's always tough. Yeah. Oh boy. And what is Charlotte saying? I can't make out something about Pamela. Such a beautiful reading for Robin. Yes, absolutely. We are at the end of the show. This was great. I love these longer shows. We get so much more in. So much more in. I want to remind everybody that well, first of all, let me turn them back on. Our cool links that I have up here on the screen here. Psychic.cafe / our names. Yes, so you can get a hold of us. Sign up on Psychic Cafe. It's free. Then you will you have to be signed in. Then you will see the chat button on our profiles. So you got to sign in first. So join for free at psychic.cafe. And then Michelle is psychic.cafe / Michelle. And Pamela is psychic.cafe / Pamela. I'm psychic.cafe / Dax. And you can book a session with us. Don't forget the New Year's sale, because my readings are half price right now on that same page, psychic.cafe / New Year. Go there and book a session with me for half price, just $49.99. You get your full numerology report as well as a full reading. And when I say full readings, I don't put a timer on my readings. I have one price and that's it. It's usually $99.99, but during the New Year sale, it is $49.99. And what I do is I can get most of everything that you're asking answered in the first, 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe we go 40 minutes, but I don't put a timer on it really. So just want to let you know about that. Remember, you can run over and buy us a cup of coffee, psychic.cafe / coffee. Love that. Our, I just mentioned the New Year's sale, and you'll find that from a post besides the URL I gave you. If you just go over to psychic.cafe, it's pinned to the top of the community feed. New Year's sale. Just click on this banner that you see right here on the site. And of course, join us next Saturday, 14th anniversary show, 1,000 episodes. Oh my God. We're also celebrating the Tarot Guild. The Tarot Guild had already been around for 6 years before we went international and put our first website out there, January 20th, 2010, the same time as our first broadcast ever on radio, Tarot Today. And now we're 14 years later. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. So join us next Saturday. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to be here all week. I don't currently have plans for necessarily any co-hosts, but I'm just going to put out there to all of our hosts, Catherine, Ellie, Michelle, you and Pamela go without saying, but Charlotte, if you're ready to jump on, if you don't want to do readings, you could, hang out with me. Just saying, we could talk to the callers. Catherine, Maria, anybody that's got, an hour and a half, 2 hours, to play with me. I don't know about these shows during the week though. They might, especially if it's just me, it might be short shows where I just come on, do some questions from the chat, do some readings, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I'm out of here. And then I'll be back on Tuesday. I don't even know if it's always going to be the same time. Tomorrow will probably be noon, like normal, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. But I'm thinking of maybe popping on in the evening if I'm still awake, because it's an untapped audience that we've never tried. Like, what about people that just came home and it's 7 o'clock at night, or 8 o'clock, or 9 or 10, depending on East Coast, West Coast. So that's another possibility. I'd like to do that. And then we have international. We're all around the world with the Tarot Guild. And I could do a show at 4 a.m. and it would be like, I don't know, the afternoon in Sydney, something like that. So wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Lots of possibilities. Yep. But the whole idea, especially, we got it's over here, the New Psychic Cafe. The whole thing is to try new things.
Yep.
Let's try a lot of new things. And hey, Pamela's got a new thing for 2024. She is, the sloth shaman now. You're going to be the sloth shaman forever now.
Okay.
Charlotte said the energy from you three has really overflowed out into us listeners and viewers. We are so blessed to have been in the right place at the right time. Yeah, well, we didn't know we were going to do this show. Impromptu, Michelle and I yesterday decided to do the show. And then Pamela decided, hey, I got time. I can join you. And we're like, please, more the merrier. I'd like to have, 4, 5, 6 of us on and just, rotate through the readers and hang out and chat about stuff and topics, our latest decks and our favorite Oracle deck and our favorite tarot deck and how we like to read and, all this kind of stuff.
90 seconds.
Oh, I just heard the lady letting us know we're at the end. So I'm going to play the outro music, and I want to thank you, Pamela and Michelle, for joining me.
Thank you.
Mwah. And everybody out there, we don't have a show without you. Bye, everybody.
60 seconds.